everything right, it was you and me.
Hello everyone, my name is Naeema and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to it if you are new. And today we have such an exciting video. I always say this, but today that is truly true. Today's video is my favorite anti-heroes, and it is actually in collaboration with Nicki from Nicki and Bookland. I love Nicki, I love her videos. She is so sweet. I love our little chats on Instagram. I was very excited when she reached out to do this collaboration. So make sure to go check out Nicki's video. I will have her in the video link down below and go show some love. We're talking about our favorite anti-heroes. Honestly, I didn't want to think hard about this. I wanted it to be like the top people who came to my mind, and when I think of anti-heroes, that's who I wanted to talk about in this video. Jesus, what is going on? First people who popped up into my head, that's what I wanted to talk about, and I have some really good ones. You have heard me talk about these people before, I'm not gonna lie. Give you guys some of my favorite anti-heroes. So without further ado, let's get right into today's video. Okay, we're gonna start off strong with somebody who I genuinely love and have been thinking a lot about recently, and that is Tristan from The Predator by Runix, or Runix. I still don't know how to say her name. He honestly as a whole is the reason why I love this series as much as I do. I kind of jumped in just not really knowing what to expect. I hadn't heard a lot of people talk about it at the time, and when I read it, I just fell in love with Tristan, and still I will think back to certain things that he says. I'm like, ooh, butterflies, like just random times throughout the day. His lines are just so good. So The Predator is about rivaling mafia families. We have our heroine Marina. She's a bit stressed right now because she's a very talented hacker, and she has like a list of codes. Codes are very important because they could start wars if they get out there. Like, it's just really bad if these codes get out there, and she believes that her ex-boyfriend stole them from her and brought it to her rivaling family's mafia. So she goes to her rivaling family's mafia and is like, hey, I know you have my codes, I need them back now. It would be really bad if these codes got out there. Like, Tristan is like, first of all, you're coming up in my crib and bothering me and harassing me, and I don't even know shit about your codes. Like, I should kill you right now. As she's like talking and explaining how dangerous this is, he's like, well, I didn't steal them, but now I'm gonna help you get them back because I don't want these codes getting out there either. And so these two like get together. There's another person in his family's mafia who like helps them, Dante. Like, it is just such an amazing book series world. Tristan just truly makes it so special. I love him so much. He is just everything that you want like an anti-hero to be. He's mysterious, he's dark, he takes no shit, he has like, you know, the very like dark stoic face, but then like he'll crack a little smile or like try to like hide his smile whenever Marina says something funny or says something that's like, ooh. Like, it's just so good. This smut in here, let's just say that Tristan knows what he's doing. It is amazing. I would highly recommend. He is by far one of my favorite anti-heroes that I've ever read. Okay, so the next one, honestly, I'm struggling because I want to choose a Sophie Lark, and I wrote two here that came straight to my head. But honestly, I'm feeling like talking about Dean from The Bully, which is the third book in the Kingmaker series. Dean. So we first meet Dean in the first book, which is The Heir. And in that book, Dean is a bit of a bad boy. He is a bad boy. Let's just put it out there. He's a bad boy. Low-key involved in a love triangle, low-key. And so he doesn't get picked. That's not really a spoiler. You know exactly who the hero is. But he gets his own book with The Bully. The title says exactly what he is, a bully. And if you don't know me, you wouldn't know that I freaking love bully romances. So this just hit like such a good spot. It was amazing. The bully follows Dean, obviously, and in the second book, the heroine does something very bad and nobody knows except for Dean. And so Dean saw the heroine do this thing and he's like, ooh, this is good blackmail material. So he decides that he's going to blackmail the heroine and make her do all these embarrassing tasks, make her feed him lunch in the dining hall in front of everyone. This is at a university. And just do a bunch of tasks and just like bully her. Amazing. I don't know what is wrong with me to enjoy bully romances so much, but I genuinely do. I just love Dean. I love Dean from the very first book, The Heir, when a lot of times people didn't like him, especially because he was kind of ruining a really beautiful relationship. There was a bit of a rivalry in The Heir between Dean and Leo, and when Dean got his own book, I was like, ah, I just like, I love him so much. He's just very mysterious. He has a past, a lot of hurt inside of him, which makes him lash out and do not the best things. He is an amazing fighter. Like, they all take boxing classes at this university. He's just like the best in his class. He's a really skilled fighter. He just is a bully. He's an asshole. Loved seeing all the little hints like in between the bullying, during the bullying, for his soft spots for the heroine. I think her name was Kat, for the heroine Kat. It was so good. He is such a good anti-hero. Whenever I think of Sophie Lark's men, I usually think about Dean. Great. He is beautiful. Love him. The next anti-hero that I'm going to talk to you guys about today is Dario from Run Posey Run. I don't talk about Run Posey Run that much, but I do talk about Kate C. Wells. I love Kate C. Wells, and Run Posey Run was actually my introduction to Kate C. Wells. Where do I even begin with Dario? Dario is a sociopath. He is kind of like a mafia boss. We have our hero and our heroine. They are already dating. She lives with him. She's very much in love with him, and he's kind of just like indifferent. He's like, oh, whatever. Again, sociopath. One day somebody comes to Dario with a video of his girlfriend saying like, your girlfriend's cheating on you. Like, there's a video of her having sex with another guy. He's like, you embarrass me, you're this, that, and the third, calling her names, just treating her like shit. And she's trying to explain to him that that was like actually an old video, that isn't her, she would never cheat on him. But he sends her away and he's like, if you don't leave now, I will kill you. And so she's like, crap, I gotta go. Very bad, because before she was under Dario's protection, there's tons of people who want to see her suffer and die, and before she had Dario's protection, she doesn't have Dario's protection anymore. So she goes on the run, but she cannot resist taunting Dario, sending him messages, making him regret the decision that he was born. When he finds out that Posey was right and he was lied to, and that he just made a huge mistake, it is so good. The like cat and mouse chase, him trying to get her back, and then when he finally does get her back, like the dynamics have changed. She realizes that like she has put so much love and energy and attention to this relationship while he was indifferent. So the roles kind of reverse, and he's like, why aren't you being the same lovey-dovey girl you were before? Why aren't you obsessed with me like you were before? Why aren't you, like, he's like trying to fight for that same girl that he once had, and she's like, whatever. He is just such a good anti-hero. I love a good sociopath. I really do. That's why I was struggling so hard with the last recommendation. I was trying to decide between There Are No Saints and The Bully, because I just love sociopathic heroes. I don't know, there's something so fun about it and just so interesting, and I really try to like psychoanalyze, like, why are you, do you love her, do you not love her, are you indifferent towards her? And so when he like, the dynamics switch and he's like obsessed with her, it's so good. I love an obsessive hero. I love a sociopathic hero, and it is amazing. It is so fun. It's just so good to see him try to like fight to get that woman he once knew back, him trying to like backtrack, like, wait a minute, you're not allowed to be all indifferent, I'm the indifferent one, you are obsessed with me, and it like reverses, and it's so good. I love Dario. He is such a good anti-hero. Next up, I'm going to be talking about somebody that I have mentioned a lot about. I freaking love him. Recently, he has just been on my mind. I talk about all the time how I am manifesting this person. I talk about it ad nausea, like so much. Like, somebody give me a new Declan to enter my life. Recommend me another Declan in my life. Somebody help me out here, because I'm just like tired of talking about it. You guys know how much I love him, but I just have to say it. I just have to say it, and that is Declan from Carnal Urges by JT 𝓲𝓬𝓬𝓲𝓪. I don't think I will ever be able to get over my love for this man. It's sickening. It's disturbing. I lie in bed thinking about him at night, and I just want him so badly and so desperately. I really, really do. But yeah, so Declan from Carnal Urges. Basically, he is a mafia boss. This is a captor-captive romance, so I literally just recommended this in my last video, but it is a captor-captive romance. He takes our heroine 𝓶𝓮𝓬𝓬𝓬 after thinking that she started a mafia war, and he quickly falls underneath her thumb. He is probably one of the best heroes that I've ever read about in my life. Yes, he is an anti-hero. He does bad things. He's a mafia boss. He literally kidnapped the heroine, but it is amazing. I love his attentiveness. I love how sweet he is in a non-sweet way. I love how there's push and pull between them. I love the banter between them. Declan is just amazing, and especially reading about him in the next two books, I just love him more and more and more. I think I love him so much because he loves 𝓵 so much, and the way he shows his love. He's very much a words of affirmation guy, and physical touch, but words of affirmation. He'll be like, how much do you love me? And I'm like, oh. And the thing is, if somebody said that to me, like if I'm just like hanging out and somebody was like, how much do you love me? I'd be like, ew, get a grip, like come on now. But it's Declan does it so romantically and beautifully, and like a lot of times 𝓵 will try to downplay her connection to him and how they feel about each other, and he's like, cut that shit out right now, cut that shit out, you love me. And I'm like, if she doesn't, I do. Come kidnap me. Hey, yeah, I'm in love with him. He is one of my favorite anti-heroes ever. Oh, he's just so good. He is just good. He's just... And the last book that I'm going to recommend for you guys today is another book that I recently recommended it in my swoony romance recs. But like I told you guys, I did not linger too hard and think about this too hard. I wanted this to be authentic. Who are the first anti-heroes that pop into my head? And I just feel like I have to mention Zade from Haunting Adeline. This book was on my favorites list of 2021, and I think about it a lot, to be honest. Not as much as Declan, not as much, but I do love this man. He's just great. And that is Zade from Haunting Adeline. I know, another ad nausea. I've talked about it so much. I've talked about him so much, but I just genuinely love him. Is a stalker. He stalks our heroine Adeline. Adeline is an author, and one day he is walking past while she is doing like a signing in a bookshop, and once he sees her, he's like, oh, yep, you are mine, and I'm obsessed with you. And he starts stalking her. It's so fun. It's so exciting. She'll like go out on dates with men. She'll bring men home. You will never hear from that man again. And they start like interacting. When she notices that she does have a stalker, they start interacting with each other like via text, and he'll text her and be like, if you let that man touch you, I will deliver you his hands. Guess what? She taunted him. She let the other man touch her. Guess where his hands ended up? It is so fun. I love him as an anti-hero because he genuinely is an anti-hero. He is such a good person. He does such amazing work. His whole thing is that he did not want to give her to have a choice. Like, you're gonna fall in love with me. And like, I don't know why that was so appealing to me. And like, I know, like, he was just so sure and confident that she is the one for him and he is the one for her. He was not gonna stop, and he didn't stop. And I loved the cat and mouse. I loved the chase, and I loved how he would taunt her. She would taunt him when she found out like, oh, you're obsessed with me and you're weird and you're stalking me. And she'd try to like taunt him, and he'd be like, keep playing around. I am not the one to mess with here. And it is just so good and so fun. I love a stalker romance. I just do. They're just so appealing to me, and I would highly recommend Haunting Adeline. Like, truly, Zade is amazing. There's a picture of him, a few pictures of him, like illustrated drawings, and I'm like, you were just so cute. You were so attractive. I'm in love with you. And yeah, so those are some of my favorite anti-heroes. These are genuinely just the ones that popped up in my head first. Like I mentioned earlier, this is a collab with Nicki, so please make sure to go and check out her video. I'm so excited to watch. I'm so excited to see if we have any parallels, if we have things that are similar. I'm so excited to see it. I will have her video and her channel linked down below, so go and check that out. If you are still here, if you have made it to the end of this video, then leave me a black heart emoji for anti-heroes. Hello. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed, don't forget to leave a big like and a comment down below, and also subscribe so you never miss another upload from me. And I will see you very shortly in a new video. Bye.
If I got one thing right, it was you and